Hello everyone, this is Prajakta Shaw. In this chapter, we are going to know what self and personality means, and in this video will be the part one of self and personality. Here we are going to do introduction, self and personality, concept of self, cognitive and behavioral aspects of self, self-esteem, self-efficiency, and self-regulation. So let's get started. Now, self and personality. What self and personality is all about? Here we don't have to learn anything. Just we have to know that the way we present ourselves in the front of society. Society not only includes our family, it also includes friends, family, relatives, even strangers. So if like the way we are interacting with new personalities, with the way we are presenting ourselves in front of the people around us, is what self and personality means. So this is basically, the chapter is all about the way we are presenting ourselves in front of society. Concept of self. So here we are going to know what basically self means and what are the two types of self. So self basically refers to the totality of an individual self-conscious experiences, ideas, thoughts and feelings with regard to herself or himself. तो कोई भी इंसान जो उसका पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस होता है, पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ थिंकिंग होता है, थॉट्स, आइडियाज़, फीलिंग्स होता है, वो इंसान का सेल्फ है. वो इंसान को डिफरेंट बनाता है, वो इंसान को डिफरेंट, वो बाद में हम लोग करेंगे, पर वो इंसान का सेल्फ है जो उसका एक्सपीरियंस से, उसको उसके आइडियाज़ से, उसके पर्सपेक्टिव से, उसके थिंकिंग से, उसके फीलिंग से उसको बनाता है, उसको तैयार करता है. इज़ वॉट अबाउट दैट पर्सन सेल्फ. नाउ द फर्स्ट सेल्फ or the first identity will be the personal identity, which refers to those attributes which makes a person different from others. Now again, others not only include your family, not only includes your siblings, it also includes society, it also includes people around you. So whatever the qualities, whatever the attributes which makes you different from others is what personal identity means. It can be your name, it can be your other characteristics. Now before that, there in activity 2.1, they are asking you to write about yourself, maybe 10 characteristics about yourself. Now if you'll compare your 10 characteristics and your friends 10 characteristics, then it will be different. All the 10 characteristics, it's not possible that all the 10 characteristics will be different, but yeah, most of them can be different and many of them can be similar as well. But the attributes which makes you different from others, which makes you unique, is what personal identity means. So the examples of personal identity is your name. As in NCERT book, example is given as Sanjana or Karim. Whatever your name is what it include in personal identity. The qualities, the characteristics of yourself, like you're hardworking, you're honest, these are what personal identity includes. Now, what is social identity? Social identity basically refers to those aspects of a person which link her or him to a social or a cultural group or are derived from it. Basically, एक इंसान, a person, if we are talking about an individual, that person links that link her or him to a social culture group जहाँ से वो इंसान आया है. इफ़ आई एम हिंदू, इफ़ आई एम मुस्लिम और एनी वन, मे बी आदिवासी, ब्राह्मण, एनी वन, तो हम वो इंसान, वो वहाँ से आए हैं, तो वो लिंक कर रहा है मेरे को और मेरे हिंदुज़म को और मेरे इस्लाम को. तो दैट व्हाट सोशल आइडेंटिटी इज़ ऑल अबाउट. जो मेरे को और मेरे कल्चर को, मेरे सोशल ग्रुप को लिंक करता है, रिलेशन में रखता है, इज़ वॉट social identity means. So in concept of self, we got to know what self is, what social identity is all about, and what personal identity is. Now the very important part, self as a subject and self as a object. So self as a subject and self as a object. Now हम लोगों को फिर से वो जो एक्टिविटी था 2.1 का, वेर वी वर आस्क्ड टू राइट 10 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स अबाउट आवर सेल्फ एंड लाइक वो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स को हम लोग अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, जिसको उन लोगों को भी 10 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स लिखना था, तो उन लोगों के साथ कंपेयर करना था, और जिससे हम लोगों को पता चला कि दीज आर द क्वालिटीज़ विच मेक्स मी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स. इन सेल्फ एज सब्जेक्ट एंड सेल्फ एंड ऑब्जेक्ट, इसमें हम लोग, ये सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट इसलिए है क्योंकि ये यूजुअली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन है, CBSE का सबसे प्यारा क्वेश्चन है. इसका क्वेश्चन ऐसे आता है, राइट अप द डुअल स्टेटस ऑफ सेल्फ शुड ऑलवेज केप्ट इन माइंड, और व्हाट इज बेसिकली द डुअल स्टेटस ऑफ सेल्फ. So this includes basically the dual status of self. Now self as a subject and self as a object. Self as a subject अभी हम लोग पढ़ते हैं सिर्फ self as a subject. We are talking about only subject, leave object. Now self as a subject, यहाँ हम लोग अपने आप को डिस्क्राइब करते हैं as a entity that like I'm doing something. I am the knower. I know, like, whatever is happening with me, I know that whatever is happening with me, and that is what an entity which I do it for myself. Like, not for myself, like what is happening with me, I know that what self as a subject means. उसको actor भी बोला जाता है. Like, if I'm getting hurt, I know I easily get hurt. So I know I easily get hurt. This is something I know that is what subject means. Now self as an object also includes, like, the self actively engages in a process of knowing itself. Like, I am a dancer is what I know that I am a dancer is what self as a subject includes. So self as इसमें जब this question is asked, so first you will mention it describes themselves, where person describes themselves as an entity that does anything, and second point we'll add self actively engages in process of knowing itself. Okay, example, I am a dancer. I am a dancer is given in the NCERT book. Yeah, I am a dancer. Now self as a object. Self as a object is known. It also describes themselves. The person is also describing herself or himself as an entity on which something is being done. Something is all being done. Like, the person is known, like the person know, like it is known, the consequence is known that something is happening, something is being done. The very second point would be self gets observed and comes to be known. तो सेल्फ जो है वो अपने आप को ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है, अपने आप को नोटिस कर रहा है. दैट वर्ड सेल्फ एज ऑब्जेक्ट मीन. तो सेल्फ एज सब्जेक्ट में हम नोअर है, एक्टर है, नोअर है, और सेल्फ एज ऑब्जेक्ट में कॉन्सिक्वेंस है, हम नोन है, आई नो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. नाउ काइंड्स ऑफ सेल्फ. देयर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ सेल्फ. फर्स्ट इज पर्सनल सेल्फ. सेकेंड इज सोशल सेल्फ, which is also, social self is also known as familial or relational self. ओके, नाउ पर्सनल सेल्फ क्या होता है? पर्सनल सेल्फ बेसिकली इन सिंपल वर्ड्स इफ आई एम आस्क्ड, लाइक डेफिनेशन जब पूछा जाए तो वी हैव टू राइट दैट द पर्सनल सेल्फ लीड्स टू एन ओरिएंटेशन इन विच वन feels primarily concerned with oneself. ये बताता है in simple words, like I am a person. It describes me, how I am as a person is what personal self includes. पर्सनल सेल्फ हमें ये बताता है कि हम एक इंसान के रूप में, एक इंसान के व्यक्तित्व में कैसे है. तो what personal self means. Social self, again the most, like the favorite question of CBSE, but it comes for 2 marks where we have to include that self. What social self is? Social self बताता है how my relationship is with my relatives, with others. Again, others includes not only my family, it includes the whole society. तो मेरा रिलेशन कैसा है मेरे फैमिली के साथ इज़ वॉट सोशल सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्ट्स. एग्जाम्पल है यूनिटी, कॉरपोरेशन, सपोर्ट, sacrifice, sharing, affiliation. These are the examples of social self. सोशल सेल्फ फैमिली और सोशल रिलेशनशिप्स के बारे में बताता है, इसलिए उसका दूसरा नाम, द अदर नेम इज़ familial and और relational self. दूसरा नाम जो MCQ बेस्ड क्वेश्चन में यूजुअली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन रहता है वो है familial और relational self. तो काइंड्स ऑफ सेल्फ में हमको पता चला कि पर्सनल सेल्फ क्या होता है. पर्सनल सेल्फ वो सेल्फ होते हैं जो हम लोगों को अपने बारे में बताते हैं. हाउ आई एम एज अ पर्सन is what personal self means. And now social self includes how my relationships are with others. Others include society, and in society my family is included. Now the cognitive and behavioral aspects of self. कॉग्निटिव एंड बिहेवियरल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ सेल्फ, इसके जो इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट है इसमें सिर्फ हम लोग को ये जानना है कि व्हाट सेल्फ कंसेप्ट इज़. सेल्फ कंसेप्ट इज़ बेसिकली द वे वी परसीव आवर सेल्फ, द वे वी प्रेजेंट आवर सेल्फ, एंड द वे वी होल्ड आइडियाज़ अबाउट आवर competences and attributes is also called self concept. So जो भी हम लोग जैसे भी अपना आइडियाज़ परसीव करते हैं, द वे वी परसीव आवर सेल्फ, द वे वी होल्ड आइडियाज़ इज़ व्हाट सेल्फ कंसेप्ट इंक्लूड्स. इसके हम हर एक थिंकिंग होता है. थिंकिंग के 2 पार्ट होते हैं, एक पॉजिटिव होता है, नेगेटिव होता है. हर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू का 2 पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होते हैं. एक पॉजिटिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होता है और नेगेटिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होता है. तो वैसे ही सेल्फ कंसेप्ट का भी एक नेगेटिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू होता है, नेगेटिव व्यू होता है और पॉजिटिव व्यू होता है. तो if I am a student, so I'm not good at studies, that would be my negative part. But I am good in running, I have athletic qualities, bravery, तो वो होगा मेरा पॉजिटिव व्यू. और नेगेटिव व्यू होगा कि हम एकेडमिक्स में नहीं अच्छे हैं पर हम इसमें अच्छे हैं, इसमें मतलब लाइक एथलेटिक में, रनिंग में हम अच्छे हैं. आई कैन बी अ गुड स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन. तो दैट वुड बी माई पॉजिटिव व्यू. एंड माई नेगेटिव व्यू वुड बी माई एकेडमिक, like I'm not that good in academics. That what positive view or negative view means. Now what positive self concept is, it's same, like I am good at reading. Example is given, reading. So मेरा रीडिंग का जो टैलेंट है वो अच्छा है, तो मेरा पॉजिटिव सेल्फ कंसेप्ट हुआ. नाउ नेगेटिव का क्या हुआ, मेरा रीडिंग का टैलेंट तो अच्छा है पर मेरा मैथ्स, यूजुअली हम लोगों का जैसा होता है, मैथ्स कमज़ोर है. दैट वुड बी माई नेगेटिव सेल्फ कंसेप्ट. तो हम लोग कॉग्निटिव एंड बिहेवियरल एस्पेक्ट्स में हम लोगों को पता चला कि सेल्फ कंसेप्ट क्या होता है. सेल्फ कंसेप्ट होता है कि द वे वी परसीव आवर सेल्फ and ideas we hold about our competence is what self concept includes. Now self concept is of two types: positive self concept and negative self concept. Positive self concept includes my positive qualities, where I'm good at, in what I'm good at, and the negative self concept includes the areas where I'm not that good. So that was all about the introduction part of cognitive and behavioral aspects of self. Now there are three aspects of self. First one is the self regulation. Self esteem is basically an important सारे तीनों aspects of self is important, but the self esteem is also one of the important aspect of self. Basically what self esteem is basically the defined description. The description given by NCERT is like, as persons we always make some judgment about our own value or worth. This value of judgment of a person about herself or himself is all about self esteem. Self esteem includes I am a person where I am judging my value, my worth, and that value of judgment of a person, like of mine, will be सेल्फ इस्टीम. सेल्फ इस्टीम का दो टाइप्स या दो काइंड होते हैं. फर्स्ट इज़ द वेरी फर्स्ट काइंड और द टाइप ऑफ सेल्फ इस्टीम इज़ हाई सेल्फ इस्टीम. हाई सेल्फ इस्टीम तभी डेवलप्ड होते हैं जब हम लोग का पेरेंटिंग अच्छा होता है. If we get warm and positive parenting which helps in development of high self-esteem. और लो सेल्फ इस्टीम हम लोगों का इन फ्यूचर डिप्रेशन के वजह से लो सेल्फ इस्टीम होने के बाद हम लोगों को इन फ्यूचर डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी एंड हाई एंटी सोशल बिहेवियर हो सकता है. सो इफ़ आई एम सफरिंग फ्रॉम लो सेल्फ इस्टीम, दैट मीन्स इन फ्यूचर आई कैन डेवलप डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी एंड हाई एंटी सोशल बिहेवियर. If a person has high self-esteem, then the person will show strong relationship with our everyday behavior. Now, if I talk about children of 6 to 7 years, उन लोग 4 areas they develop सेल्फ इस्टीम इन 4 areas. लाइक उनके 4 areas में उन लोग सेल्फ इस्टीम डेवलप करते हैं. द वेरी फर्स्ट एरिया इज़ एकेडमिक कॉम्पिटेंस, सेकेंड इज़ सोशल कॉम्पिटेंस, थर्ड इज़ फिजिकल और एथलेटिक कॉम्पिटेंस, एंड द वेरी लास्ट एरिया इज़ फिजिकल अपीयरेंस. So these are the 4 areas which we should keep in mind. So we should know that children whose parents help or make decision for them even when they do not need assistance often suffer from low self-esteem. So children who are suffering from low self-esteem, they suffer from lowest self-esteem because their parents support them when not needed. They support them, their children, while making decisions where the children is not needed. They don't, their decisions are not required, but still they do they do help their children while making decisions, while taking decisions. So then that child suffer from low self-esteem. The second self-efficiency would be the second aspect of self would be self-efficiency. Self-efficiency is again another important aspect of self, where people differ in extent in which they believe they themselves control their life or outcomes, or the outcomes were controlled by luck. So basically what happens in self-efficiency, where a person thinks that his or her life can be controlled by herself or himself, or his or her life can be controlled by his or her luck. So if I am giving exam and I'm passing in that exam, that and I'm thinking it's not because of my learning power or my hard work, it is because of my luck, then that person has high self efficiency. The person is thinking because the person is suffering. It's not suffering, the person has basically high self efficiency. A person who believes that she or he has the ability or behaviors required by particular situation demonstrates her high self efficiency. As I said before, जब वो इंसान अपने एग्ज़ाम में पास हो जाता है और द पर्सन इज़ थिंकिंग इट्स नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ हिज और हर हार्ड वर्क, दिस इज़ ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ हिज लक or her luck, then the person is experiencing high self efficiency. Now हम लोग क्लास 11 में बैंडुरास का सोशल लर्निंग थ्योरी पढ़े थे. दैट देयर वहाँ बैंडुरा हम लोगों को बताए थे कि चिल्ड्रन और अडल्ट हम लोग लर्न बिहेवियर तभी करते हैं, दूसरे को ऑब्जर्व करके हम लोग बिहेवियर लर्न करते हैं. इफ़ आई एम ऑब्जर्विंग समथिंग, आई एम इनबाइपिंग दैट, आई एम ग्रास्पिंग दैट. So that Banduras explained in that social learning theory. तो इसमें भी people's expectation of mastery or achievement, where we have to explain everything. Self efficiency part is very important. We have to learn everything. So people's expectation of mastery in or achievement, and their convictions about their own effectiveness, or determine the types of behavior in which they would engage, as also the amount of risk they would allow people to select, they would undertake, and a strong sense of self efficiency allow people to select, influence, even and even construct the circumstance of their own life. तो बेसिकली पीपल जिन लोग अपने फ्यूचर को लक के ऊपर छोड़ देते हैं, द पीपल हु थिंक दैट एवरीथिंग विल हैपन बिकॉज ऑफ देयर लक, दे आर वेरी लकी, तो उन लोग लेस फियरफुल होते हैं. दोज पीपल आर लेस फियरफुल. they don't feel they don't have fear of their death or anything related to that. They are less fearful. And social learning theory says that the children, not only children, adults also learns behavior through observing or imitating others. And the person who think that everything happens because of his or her luck, that person is less fearful. Self efficiency can be developed. हाई जैसे हर पहले सेल्फ इस्टीम का भी हाई सेल्फ इस्टीम और लो सेल्फ इस्टीम होते थे, वैसे सेल्फ एफिशिएंसी का भी हाई सेल्फ एफिशिएंसी और लो सेल्फ एफिशिएंसी होते हैं. सो द पर्सन हु इज़ एक्सपीरियंसिंग हाई सेल्फ एफिशिएंसी, उन लोग अपने लक के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंडेड होते हैं, और उन लोग को जो भी सक्सेस मिलता है वो लक के नाम पे कर देते हैं. द पर्सन हु इज सफरिंग और एक्सपीरियंसिंग हाई सेल्फ एफिशिएंसी, they can, if they decide that they want to stop smoking, they will do that now only. Like they don't need time, or they'll not feel bad about it that they are skipping smoking. They will stop smoking at that moment they decide to do so. Our society and our parents are positive experience that helps in the development of strong sense of self efficiency. If I want to if I am smoking, I am in a very critical stage, and now I am deciding to skip or to stop smoking, then My society will help me, not if not society, but my parents, my friends, society, friends, neighbors, relatives are included in society. That's why society is mentioned. So society and parents will be my positive experience, which will help me to do so. So this was all about self efficiency, which we got in this para we got to know that what self efficiency is all about. Self efficiency is all about, and what Bandura social learning theory was, and what are the two types. Then here we do have low self efficiency, but we are going to know only about the high self efficiency. Low self efficiency part is not given. The person who has high self efficiency, they are very much determined, and very good example is given that if I am deciding to skip or to stop smoking, then I will do that the now only, like the moment I decide to do so. And my society and my parents will be my positive experiences, which will help me in the development of self efficiency. Self regulation is the most easiest aspect of self regulation refers to our ability to organize or monitor our own behavior, where I am noticing or I am observing my or organizing my own behavior. Like if I have done something, so I'm or trying to organize that, I'm trying to monitor that, I'm trying to properly observe what I have done. So that what self regulation means. From the word regulation, we usually understand it's all about monitoring, it's all about organizing the behavior. It's a very simple definition, two-line definition. So where people who are able to change their behavior according to the demands of external environment, they have high on they are high in on self monitoring thing quality. So the people who change themselves, the people who adapt themselves according to the demands of external environments, basically the outer world. So I if I have the quality, or I have the high quality of self monitoring, then I will be able to adapt myself in a different environment according to their demands, according to the demands of external environment. So we should keep 2 points in mind. First is the definition, which says that our ability to organize or monitor our own behavior is what self regulation means. And the very second point would be people who are able to change their behavior according to the demands of the external environment are high on self monitoring. Now this is all about where we are going to learn these the very first para. The second paragraph, the important line starts from learning to delay or defer the gratification of needs is called self control. Self control, we already know what self control means. So in self regulation, self control is also included. How I can control myself. Self control really plays a very important role. It is a key role in the fulfillment of long term goals. So very good example would be Vrat and Rosa. So if a person is फास्टिंग, जब एक इंसान व्रत या रोज़ा रखता है, द पर्सन डेवलप्स सेल्फ कंट्रोल. So if a person is fasting, the person will develop self control. Now there are not various, but yeah, there are number of psychological techniques of self control. So we know what self control is and how we can develop self control. Now there are three self control or self control techniques, psychological techniques, which is suggested. For the very first technique is observation of our own our own behavior. So first we are observing our own behavior, then we are giving self instruction, we are organizing it, we are giving self instruction to ourselves, and then we are reinforcing it. Reinforcement means basically, so reinforcement means if I am like, I am giving reward to myself. For example, if I will score 80% in my boards, then I will go and watch movie. Till then I will not go and watch movie in theater. After that I'm going to watch movie with my friends. So that is why like, through that I'm rewarding myself. If I will score good, then only I will go. That means I'm reinforcing myself. That is my reinforcer. Self instruction is like I'm organizing my thing, my behavior, or whatever I have done or I'm going to do, I'm giving self instruction to myself. I'm planning before studying. For example, before studying I'm planning my routine. So I'm giving instruction to myself, is what self instruction means. And now what observation of own behavior is like, I'm monitoring, or I'm observing my behavior. The way I'm behaving, I'm observing that. So this was all about self regulation, where we got to know what self regulation means. And people who have high on who are high on they're high on self monitoring. They usually, they are able to change themselves, they are usually to adapt themselves in form of the demands of external environment. Now what self control means, we got to know that it is important for long term goals. And vrat and rosa plays really important role while developing self control. There are various techniques. There are three types of techniques of self control suggested. First is observation of behavior, second is self instruction, and the last one is self reinforcement. Reinforcement means rewarding yourself, you're rewarding yourself only. That what self reinforcement means. This was all about part 1, cognitive and behavioral aspects of self efficiency, aspect of self. So there are three aspects: self esteem, we have covered self esteem, we have covered self efficiency, we have covered self regulation. Thank you for watching.